What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Last week or so we put a Q&A poll on our Instagram story just so that way people can ask some questions, things that they've always wanted to know, whether it has to do with our business, tint, vinyl, clear bra, anything like that. We got a handful of questions that we're going to be answering today. We're going to be going around asking our installers those questions and talking a little bit more about them. So one of the first questions that we got was, how long have we been in business? We originally opened in December of 2017. It is currently September of 2022. So about 5 years or so. First off, when we were starting, we only really offered window tint and vinyl wraps. Since then, we have added paint protection film, also known as clear bra. We've added ceramic coating, wheels and tires, and we've also increased our business tremendously. Originally, we first started off in our front shop. That whole entire shop was about 2,500 square feet, including our showroom. It was about 700 to 1,000 square feet of lobby, and then the rest of it was just working space. It was typically a 2-car garage or a 2-bay garage, and we were able to fit 3 cars, one in the middle, kind of pointed at an angle, and then one on each side. Since then, we have converted that front shop to just strictly our wheel and tire, as well as where we fulfill our detail product line. And we have a tire machine, we have a 2-post lift over there. Since then, we actually expanded in August of 2020. We came over here to this back shop. What you guys are seeing behind me is actually our 3rd expansion, and what is behind the camera over here, that was originally our first expansion. You can actually see on the line, like right here, where the paint, where the floor is painted and where it's unpainted. You guys have probably seen our expansion video a while ago. We were able to fit a lot more cars over here. We had a little bit of a different setup, but now we have 2 lifts, mostly where we do paint protection film, a much bigger space, so we were able to push out a lot more work, a lot more vinyl wrap, and a lot more cars overall. And then again in December of 2021, we did our 3rd expansion, which is what you see currently. It's all this space over here. We're able to fit about 4 full cars over here for vinyl. And then we also, of course, have a whole bunch of office space. We have a lunchroom and a bathroom over here. So it's about 8,000 square feet total. And we can fit in a lot of cars in here, probably about anywhere from 10 to 15 comfortably. And now to get in the other questions, most of them are about vinyl wraps. So we're gonna go over here to Ariana and Ahmed, ask them a couple questions and see what answers they have for you guys. So the next question we have is, how do you wrap around emblems or letters? This person has always been curious. So how do we work around those?
So usually when we do emblems and letters, we remove them. It makes it way easier. That way you get full coverage behind them. If you guys take a look, kind of follow me over here. We removed these side emblems. As you see, most of them pop off, or we do use heat and just a piece of fishing line just to remove those. We make templates, that way we can put them right back on. This is the fishing line that we use. You can get it at any Walmart, Target, almost any supermarket. We do have 2 different ones. One is 50 pounds and one is 6 pounds. The only difference is one is thinner. We usually use the 50 pound because it doesn't rip when we're trying to remove those emblems.
So the next question is actually from the owner of this Lexus. He's asking, when is his car gonna be ready?
It should be ready by the end of the week. All we have left is to finish half of the front bumper. The rest of it's mostly done, so pick it up soon.
You'll get your car back as soon as it's ready for you. That's the answer. So next up we have Ahmed. He's working on this Mercedes GT43. He's gonna be answering the question, average lifespan for a car wrap in Colorado conditions.
Honestly, it depends on if your car stays inside or outside. My car is a BMW 335 and it's wrapped in a midnight purple, and it stays outside and it's been on for about a year, and it probably needs to be taken off. Other wraps, if they stay inside, usually it can last to 3 to 4 years. After 3, I'd probably take it off, but yeah. Just depends on the condition of your car.
It also depends on how well you take care of it. You can do things like ceramic coating it, frequently washing the vehicle also help. Like he didn't mention, his car sits outside the whole entire time. As some of you guys might know, this is my younger brother. We do live together. My car stays inside, his car is outside. My car is held up pretty well. It's been about 6 to 8 months now. However, since owning a wrap shop, I'm kind of bored of the color, so I'm probably gonna rewrap it myself. You always want to inspect your vehicle, make sure that it's not fading, that you don't see any cracking or anything like that. If you do see fading, chances are the life of the vinyl on that panel is over. Typically, you're gonna see a lot more fading on the horizontal panels, say like the hood, the roof, things that are always facing the sun. Sometimes every panel's life might vary. Sometimes the hood might last a little bit less than say like the fender or a door, just because say you park it on one side and the sun's always shining on the driver's side and the passenger side is always in the shade, the passenger side might live a little bit longer than the driver's side. So all those little things kind of do take into account. It also depends on how picky you are. Some people might leave a wrap on there for 5 years and it might be faded or something like that, but it really doesn't bother them. Some people after a year, you know, they just might be like, oh, there's like minor wear and tear here, I just want to take it off. So anywhere honestly from I'd say 1 to 4 years in Colorado, 5 is pushing it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So the next question that we have is to explain the benefits of windshield protection film. So we have this Porsche Taycan right behind me. I believe this is a 2020 Taycan Turbo. We are doing windshield protection film on it. One of our good clients just recently purchased this vehicle. He went from a Huracan to an Urus, and he didn't really like the Urus for whatever reason, so he went to the Taycan. He needed something a little bit more practical for his family and for his kids, so he got this. We just tinted the front windshield in our 30% ceramic film, and now Josefa is currently working on the windshield protection film. What do you think about the windshield protection film and how the price compares to a new windshield, and what type of cars would you recommend it to?
I definitely recommend it on higher end vehicles just because their windshields, you know, they can cost a couple $1,000s. For example, like, you know, McLarens, Lambos, and even some like, you know, some of the newer windshields, even Tesla windshields cost, I think, about like $1,300 to $1,600 to replace. So I know like a lot of insurance companies will, you know, you can have windshield coverage on it, but you know, you are filing a claim at the end of the day. So it's, you know, better sometimes to not have a claim on your record than to get multiple windshields at a lower cost. It's also going to help with like rock chips. It's going to definitely help reduce a little bit of glare as well too. So it's not just the benefit of getting the windshield protection, but you're also getting the benefits of kind of like a little bit more of like the tint benefits as well, but more on the outside. That's really about all, honestly.
Just to reiterate that, I only really recommend this for weekend vehicles, for higher end vehicles. If you're going on a road trip or if you're going on a cruise, it really only lasts about 6 months to a year if you are using this vehicle frequently. So just keep that in mind, keep that into consideration whenever doing windshield protection film. So this is a little bit of a 2-in-1 question. The first question is, would you hire students? And then the second question is, would you ever launch a paid online session on how to wrap and teach people how to wrap? So typically we don't hire students. However, we do hire people without experience. We currently have 2 people that we recently hired that don't have much experience at all. As you can see, they're right behind me. Rudy is kind of teaching them how to tint. We do also teach people how to clear bra, how to vinyl. It really depends on how often we do hire people. It really depends with our business and how frequently we need people. So we got busy for a quick second, but we're back here with Nikos. Nikos is one of our new installers. How long have you been here, Nikos?
Today's my 3rd day.
Your 3rd day?
Yeah.
How do you like it so far?
It's fun. I'm still trying to get the tips and tricks for how the film works, but it's pretty fun and easy.
So what have you learned so far? What services have you learned?
I'm working on tinting right now, but eventually I'll be able to do it all.
So typically it takes anywhere from about a month to 6 months to get like the basics down. I know it sounds like a long time. However, tinting is very delicate. You can get creases in the sides. Every car is a little bit different. I'd say it takes about a full year for a tinter to be really good at it, to be able to tint like all the different cars out there, to be able to work around different obstacles, anything that's kind of like thrown at you. So it is a pretty lengthy process. It definitely helps. The longer you've been doing it, the more you do it, obviously with everything, the easier it gets. Right now, I believe he's just working on cutting out a visor for this truck. Even there's special techniques for holding the blade. A lot of people with knives, they like to kind of put their pointer finger on it. I don't know if they showed you that, how to properly cut, but you don't want to apply too much pressure, because if you do apply too much pressure, you'll cut through the tint or you'll cut into whatever, the board, the car. So it does take quite a bit of time, but you'll be seeing a lot more of Nikos, and we also have one more installer on the other side of the truck. We'll go see how he's doing. All right, so this is our other newest installer. This is Chris. Chris, how long have you been here?
A few hours. It's been a few hours now.
What do you think so far of kind of like window tint, watching other people tint? I don't know if they've had you install some film on your own car, but what are your first thoughts?
I attempted my front driver side, and it goes so well. But I'm just watching how they do it. I'm learning everything now.
Yeah,
it
takes a little bit of time. Obviously, the first time you're gonna have a little bit of issues, but it takes time. So don't get discouraged or anything like that. Your first day, hey, my first day, they didn't give me any film. They were just like watch and clean gaskets. So
Yeah.
You're definitely ahead of me when I first started.
It's fun though. I'm liking it.
Yeah. What other things interest you? Tint, vinyl, clear bra, ceramic coating, detailing.
Vinyl. I've been looking how they've been doing it, but everything really. I want to learn as
That's
much
good.
as I can.
Usually, like I said earlier with Nikos, usually we get people down with window tint, and then once you get that down, we'll kind of like teach you either vinyl or clear bar or whatever else you like to learn.
Okay, yeah.
Cool. Appreciate it, man.
Sounds good.
So the second part of the question is if we'd have like an online program to pretty much teach people. The question says vinyl wrap. You could also say like window tint or clear bra. Probably not, just because you'd have to pretty much record the whole entire thing, upload it. You'd have to make a site for it. You'd have to do all that fun stuff that's involved with making a website and kind of having people apply and log in. However, we are thinking about doing in-person training. It's a little bit easier, a little bit more manageable to do. I know we've talked about it in the past. However, every time it comes down to it, we're just a little too busy. There's too many cars in the shop to set aside a dedicated space and time to have people come in and kind of teach them all the tips and tricks. However, it is on the back of our minds. We are thinking about it. So if we do decide to go through with it and we do have a little bit more time, it'd probably be during the winter time when things slow down at the shop, just so that way we have more free time to teach. So if we do offer that, we'll definitely promote it on our social medias and online and all that good stuff. So stay on the lookout for that. So we are going around asking everyone what car they drive currently. Ahmed already said he drives a midnight purple BMW 335. What is your dream car? This is a
I
tough
honestly don't know. Probably say some sort of Lamborghini, maybe SVJ. I'm really into them. I like their sharp body lines and their sound. Their exhaust is insane. As here in Mile High Customs, we own a Lamborghini, and I drove it a couple times, and I'm like, take my car instead. I'll drive this. But yeah, probably some sort of Lamborghini.
The Lambo rides a lot different than most cars. It's very raw, it's very aggressive. We do have the carbon fiber bucket seats, not the most comfortable, but that V10 does make up a lot for it. So what car do you currently drive, and what car is your dream car?
I currently drive a 2020 Subaru WRX, and my dream car is a Mini Cooper. It's like, no, it's a 63 Impala. Yeah.
63 Impala?
Yeah, I like the older cars, so.
You like those classics?
Yeah,
I can see.
classics. Yeah.
So what car do you currently drive, and what is your dream car?
I currently have a McLaren 720S. I really don't have any dream cars. Maybe like a hypercar one day, but that's not really like, you know, I don't know. Cars are just whatever to me. Maybe getting a private jet one day would be nice.
So just a side question, someone did ask what type of mods he has on it. We might save that for another video, but just real quick to go into that, pretty much full bolt-ons plus turbos and a whole bunch of other things, so it's very highly modified. So Rudy's working on tinting this car, so we're gonna bother him for a second, but I have a very important question for you, Rudy. What car do you currently drive, and what is your dream car?
I currently drive a Corolla hatchback, and my dream car would be, it'd be a Rolls Royce.
Which one?
I don't know, any of them.
Any of them?
Any of them.
Newer
Just
one,
Rolls
older
Royce, V12, it doesn't matter.
They have the
It doesn't matter the year,
Phantom,
Phantom, the other
what
one.
is it, the Wraith. They have Cullinan, which is SUV.
They have too many to any of them.
You like, what's the one feature that you have to have on any car?
I mean, we gotta go with the soft closed doors.
There
You
you go,
already
the
know.
soft closed.
You already know the soft closed doors means luxury. If you don't have soft closed doors, you don't have a luxury car. That's just how it is.
Facts, straight facts.
That's what it
Rudy's
is, what it is.
Corolla is also stick shift. We'll throw that in there. So now we're gonna bother Robert. Robert, what car do you currently drive, and what is your dream car?
Right now, I got a M54 BMW, and dream car, I'd say like a 2JZ Supra.
2JZ Supra?
Yeah.
Turbo?
Yeah, big turbo.
Big turbo?
Big turbos.
All right, so we got the guys right here. What car do you currently drive, and what is your dream car?
I drive a BMW 2015 328, and my dream car that I'm gonna get is an Aventador.
Aventador? Any specific year or trim? SVJ, Roadster, SV?
Well, ever since I was little, it's been the Aventador, but when I have money in the future, it'll probably be the newer ones for
Newer?
sure.
I'll drive this 2015 Cherokee right here. My dream car is, that's hard.
That's a hard question.
No, maybe a Charger.
Charger?
Yeah.
SRT?
Or a CTS.
Wide body? Charger?
No, no white.
Regular?
Regular.
Hellcat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hellcat.
Or CTS-V or CTS?
CTS-V. I don't know.
No?
I have so many that I'm into right now, so.
All right, so I am behind the camera and Asante is in front of the camera for the first time. So if you guys don't know who Asante is, this is our videographer. And these guys are laughing because I'm holding the camera and I really don't know how to work it that well. But what's your dream car and what do you currently drive?
I have a 2013 Audi S4 and my dream car is either a Ford GT or a Pagani Huayra.
The new Ford GT or the old one?
New ones.
What's all done to your S4?
Stage 2, upgraded pulleys, heat exchanger,
So last but not least, we have Nate. What car do you currently drive and what is your dream car?
I currently drive a 2022 Subaru WRX, and my dream car is a 2022 Subaru WRX.
So you have your dream car?
Yeah.
All right, congratulations.
At 19.
So the next and final question that we have is someone's asking about headlight and taillight tint, about the laws, how much light reduction there is. So we are outside with our personal vehicles. We have Nate's car, we have my GTR, Muhammad's GTR. All of them have a little bit of headlight and taillight tint. The first one I'll show you guys is Nate's taillights. He did just the white reverse section on this. I believe this is a medium smoke. I don't have the keys, so I can't show you that. However, I do have the keys to my GTR, and I'll show you guys the taillights on this vehicle. These taillights are smoked out in the dark smoke, so this is the darkest film that they make and that we offer. And I'll go ahead and step on the brake light for you guys just to show you that even with this dark film, even with a blacked out taillight, it still does put a lot of light output. Light output is perfectly fine on the taillights. On our headlights, I do have the medium smoke, and on Muhammad's GTR, he does have the light smoke. With the medium smoke on the headlights and a tinted windshield, it does get a little dark. I definitely wouldn't recommend going this dark. I have 30% on my windshield. I'd probably recommend the light smoke on the headlights if you go that dark, or if you don't have your windshield tinted, you can do medium smoke and it really shouldn't be that big of an issue. But on Muhammad's, he has light smoke and it's not bad at all. It gives it a little bit of a touch of like a charcoal hue, a little bit better than clear. For whatever reason, these GTR headlights are super clear, and it is a chrome housing, so that chrome housing does make it a little bit lighter. He also does have 30% on his windshield, so it's not too bad as well. And then with every car's headlights and taillights, the housing's a little bit different. Some taillights are a little bit more than others from the factory, so they're gonna look even more red, even with the dark smoke. And some taillights are clear, like Tesla taillights. The housing's pretty much all clear, so those look really dark. Light does come into them as well, so just keep that in mind whenever smoking out your headlights and taillights. Each headlight housing is gonna be a little bit different. This one's chrome, so they might look a little bit lighter. If your headlight housing is black, even with the light smoke, it will look a little bit darker, so just keep that in mind. The film, like I showed you guys with the taillights, is super transparent, so light goes through it perfectly fine. Now regarding the laws and if it's legal or illegal, the first thing I would do is check with your local state laws or your country laws if you guys are abroad. Here in Colorado, they're honestly not too strict with it. We've been driving around like this for, I don't know, a couple years. We've had multiple vehicles with our headlights and taillights tinted. The cops are pretty lenient here. However, I have heard places like California or New York, they're a lot more strict with it. So it really just depends on your area. Technically, anything under clear on your windshield, tinting it is technically illegal, and anything that can obstruct your vision or other people's visibility is also illegal. So take that however you want it. I'm not gonna tell you if something's legal or illegal just because that's not my place to say, but you know, it does look cool. The worst thing you can do, it's always better to ask for forgiveness and ask for permission. So if you wanna do it, do it. If you get away with it, cool. If you do get pulled over with it, it's easily removable. I'm honestly probably gonna take off the medium smoke on my headlights just because I do think it's a little bit dark, and I'm probably gonna be doing something else with the GTR, probably rewrap it, but we'll save that for next time. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Q&As. If you guys have more questions, leave them in the comments below, or we'll do also another poll on our Instagram channel. I couldn't get through all the questions just because there's a whole bunch of them, but like I mentioned, I hope you guys enjoyed this and I hope it helped. Like always, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and we will see you guys next time.